We're going to create exterior daylight in 3ds Max and Mental Ray, and it's really easy to do this. You can actually just with a few clicks of your mouse create a physically accurate simulation of daylight at a certain point in the day, at a certain day of the year, at a certain latitude. So it's pretty incredible. So let's go ahead and get started with this. I'm going to go to the Create panel, and I want to choose the Systems subpanel. And then within that, you will see, confusingly enough, there is a sunlight system and a daylight system. Well, we want the daylight system because that's set up to be used with Mental Ray. So I'm going to click Daylight. As soon as I do this, I get a pop-up asking, do I want to turn on exposure control? Yes, I want MR photographic exposure control enabled. Let's go ahead and click yes. Then I'll go to my top view, and what I want to do is click and hold the mouse button down to set the size of this compass rose. That's just an icon that's convenient in the viewport. It doesn't matter where it is or how big it is. That won't affect the lighting. I'll just put it over here where it's convenient. Then release the mouse button and drag out to set the so-called orbital scale. You can see on the right-hand side of my screen, the orbital scale value is changing. And again, this doesn't affect the lighting. We just want to set that so that it's convenient so we can see what we're doing in the viewport. And then when I've got what I want, I'll click the mouse again, and that will finish creating the daylight system. Then I want to right-click to exit creation mode, because I certainly don't want to accidentally create more daylight systems. There's only one sun on the Earth. So I've got my daylight system created. I can move it around by selecting the compass rose and dragging that. This won't affect the lighting. That's just purely visual for me so that I can keep that separate from my geometry so I don't get confused by all of this. Good, so we've created the daylight system, and next we will look at adjusting the location, date, and time.